Welcome back to another episode of the Ready Set podcast. My name's Ricky.
My name's Angus.
My name's Dom.
And I'm John.
Hey.
Thanks for jumping back, John.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me again.
So the biggest thing you're talking about is happiness, right?
Exactly. It's something that I've been trying to figure out, or I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's what makes you happy, or what is happiness?
Yeah. What makes you happy?
It's very philosophical.
Are you happy right now? That's the bigger question.
I'm always happy.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm always
Guys,
Oh my God.
I'm too excited there. Too excited.
I'm not always happy. Are you always happy?
No, man. I'm freaking burnt out.
Yeah, right. I'm like burnt out. I'm tired. Sometimes I get like kind of frustrated and angry with things. I think if we look at things long term, I'm relatively speaking doing okay. But I wouldn't say like everything's like a very consistent. I'm usually.
I think that's normal, though. I think
so.
you're supposed to be like this,
Like
right?
highs and lows.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
normal to have highs and lows. You can't just have like constant highs because sooner or later you're going to crash.
Yeah, I think those people also have very steep lows. You know, people that are up here, when they do run into something, eventually
Like bipolar people.
No, not necessarily. Bipolar means they go like this. That's actually more like us. But like people that are constantly high because like they're not hitting a wall, but when they do hit a wall, it's gonna hit them really hard. You know what I mean? Like because they're just so happy, and then all of a sudden like they don't. Those people might not even have the skills to equip.
Is it because they are spoiled?
Not necessarily.
Lack of experience?
No, it
I mean,
could just be.
It's hard to sustain that level of.
Yeah, it's like, for example, like let's say you're nice to everyone and you're really happy all the time. Everyone shits on you, and most of the time you neglect it. You're kind of like, it's okay. He's just having a bad day. It's okay. And then eventually you're like, what the fuck, right? Like you just go off because eventually everything adds up on you, right?
Yeah, they put too much cinnamon in your latte. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah, just look why is this my name? I said Dominic, and there's a T at the end of this. What the fuck kind of name?
Yeah.
It'll just set you off some random days, you know? It'll happen eventually. But yeah, you were talking about happiness. What makes you happy, John? Like, what is the thing that you do, or like, you know?
So it's tough. I still don't know I don't have the answer to this, but what I found that helps me improve my mood, which I guess could equate to happiness as well, is exercise. Exercise was definitely the biggest thing for me. When I didn't exercise before, especially during COVID, I was feeling like antsy and like anxious all the time, and I didn't know I was feeling like this. It was just this weird feeling I had. And I started picking up jiu-jitsu afterwards, and I found that expelling that energy helped me feel so calm and relaxed. You know, I don't know if you guys have that same experience, but exercise is something that like
Yeah.
I have to do now. If I don't, I get like same feeling, anxious.
You're like choking out the person. You're like, go to sleep. Oh, yeah. Feels kind of good. Yeah.
It actually feels kind of nice getting choked out. Not gonna, it's quite peaceful because
Yeah.
you're like slowly blacking out.
Yeah. You're like,
Deprived of oxygen.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, daddy. No,
I'm so relaxed.
you also like said that like there was a sense of purpose that you were looking for.
Yeah, I think that also is like another factor, like finding out what your purpose is. Because if you don't have a purpose, how I feel like you're just kind of floating in the air, kind of freestyle floating. But once you have a purpose, could be anything, religion or something that you volunteering or whatever it is. Once you have that purpose, it tethers you to the ground, and then it kind of gives you a direction. And that's still something I'm trying to look for. I don't really know, like, purpose of life. That's a very complicated question.
I think that's a really great point, is to have a purpose. Have you guys ever seen this TV show called The Bear?
No.
The bear?
The Bear? So The Bear it's a cooking show.
Who?
I don't remember the guy's name. I don't know. It's on HBO. But there's this one character in the second season, and this guy, he's a waiter for a very high-end restaurant. It's like a 3-star Michelin star restaurant. And the waiter said that before finding this restaurant, he was a addict, and he was living a life of just no purpose. He found his purpose. It was to serve people. It was to do some sort of action for other people, to be a server, like just help other people find peace in their day-to-day life kind of thing, right? So it really resonated with me, and it made me realize I find happiness from doing good deeds for other people. And that made me realize altruism. Are you familiar with the idea of altruism?
No.
Altruism is doing a good deed without getting thanked for anything, or without anybody even knowing that you did anything good.
And you like it.
Yeah.
Huh.
But then again, it's also a little bit of a paradox. So this gets really philosophical because altruism, I feel happiness doing a good deed for somebody. Like, let's say, for example, I open a door for a random person. It's so simple. So it's just such a small act. This person is having trouble opening the door. She's got a cane or whatever. And I feel happy because I've done something nice for this person.
Mm-hmm.
So is it altruism? You know, like I feel happy, but altruism in a theory is you're doing something without any
Wanting anything back.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily not wanting something back. It's you doing something for someone else and getting nothing in return.
Yeah.
Like, and expecting nothing in return. But the problem is that I think when you look at, because when we did this in moral philosophy, you end up looking at it like, oh, I did this for myself, right? It makes me feel good, right? So it's no different from me going like, I'm hitting on this girl and I'm doing all these nice things for me, but ultimately I want her to fall for me because I'm actually indirectly looking for something in return.
You're talking about the nice guys.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly the same thing, but like in a sense where like I feel good for doing this, right? So you're still self-gratifying in a way, you know? So it's not like I get nothing in return.
So true altruism, you're supposed to feel nothing.
Well, the thing is, the argument is true altruism doesn't exist. Like there is no such thing as doing something without expecting something in return.
For example, if I donate to a charity, then that charity gets the benefit. It's an anonymous donation. They'll never find me. So is it altruism? If I give them $500,
But you feel good though.
I feel good. So that's not altruistic.
Unless you're doing it for a tax cut, that's a different story.
Well, then, that's really non-altruistic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it maybe altruism will exist one day when, like, for example, we have so much money, we just throw money at something. We're like, you know, like, oh, like this person's like, oh, I want $500 for this research. You know, I don't care. I won't even remember that this money's gone. Right? Maybe that can be considered true altruism.
Yeah.
Unless you're those people that donate to be like, I donated it. Freaking hate those people. And they have the thing and be like, yeah, I'm giving this to this charity.
Banner, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if your company does that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People like that, dude, you're not doing it for helping people. You're just doing it to look good.
It is
Yeah.
very much like
Yeah,
a
it's like a power move. You know, like, oh, I'm
PR.
helping people out.
Yeah. It builds a character for yourself in the public eye, so there's that.
Yeah, but you're such a
the ones that need help are getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think if I do a good deed, it makes me happy. So back on topic.
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah. Well, like, what do you think about getting the happiness? How do you get happiness?
I don't feel a lot. I know that sounds very weird.
sounds very emo.
Yeah, that sounds.
No, I've
Straight up.
noticed that about myself. It's like I don't get positive feelings very often. I'm very often quite neutral when I'm alone. Like I get angry at things or I get frustrated with things, and then other times I'm like, right?
This is so tired.
No, it's not that I think I have taken emotional impact because so many people passed away from my life so early on. And so like I've navigated life without having so much like happiness without it. I guess people find more normal levels of happiness throughout the day, whereas I would be kind of like, you know, I just kind of like bypass it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I think more recently I've been trying to enjoy things that really like, I think one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this topic is because I think I'm starting to find little joys in life. One of the things I've always liked is that like, I don't know if you guys have this where like, you know, you don't enjoy something, but seeing your significant other really enjoy that thing makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, like my girlfriend, God, but she wants to go, when we go to Seattle, she wants to go to this fucking container store. Well, all it sells is different types of plastic containers that you can compartment. So like, you know, put things away.
Compartment.
Yeah, thank you, oh, fuck, I can't say it. But like, you know, you just tuck stuff away and organize and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't even give a shit about that, but it makes her happy. Like, I know that when I get there and I see her just having a good time, I'm like, cool. You know, I think the other thing is enjoying weird little things in life. So for example, I don't know if you've ever just finished cleaning your house and all of a sudden like your house just looks super clean. There's just this moment of like, It
feels so good.
Yes,
right?
So good.
Or when like you do something to like this perfect amount of perfection. Like I haven't had this feeling in a really long time, but like I recently, like we did a video for actually Tommy's, even though it wasn't a very good quality photo, it got such a good reaction. People really loved it, and they're like, oh, I love Tommy's, and are like, I really want to check this out. That made me really happy. Not because I got a lot of views, but it's good. People actually enjoyed it. It was really nice, and people were like, "Oh, I love Jamaican food," or like, "Oh, this makes me think of Jamaica so much." I was like, "Yo, that just makes me happy."
Yo, he sent us a voice message too.
To ready?
Yeah, for Ray's like,
no
yo,
way.
Tommy's jerk, man. This place is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
For those who haven't been there, you guys gotta go.
Shout outs to Tommy.
Hey, shout out to Tommy's.
Eating the patties make you happy.
It was really good because you know what? In Vancouver, I think we're very lucky, but we're also very spoiled. So we've tried a lot of different stuff, and we, generally speaking, it's fairly
The food
decent.
quality is very
Yes.
high.
But that being said, it makes us so snobby with food.
Yes.
So snobby. So when it's like, oh yeah, ramen. I remember the first time I had ramen danbo. Oh, it's so good. Best ramen I've ever had. And now it's like, oh, what's your favorite ramen? Oh, ramen danbo. You know, I like that place. That place is good. You know, like it's just we don't have that reaction because everything has been good.
The standard is very high for
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Facts, man.
But I think that's also why some people say that like people that live in certain cities have a lower level of happiness and life satisfaction is because we don't enjoy little things as much as some other people because we're so saturated with all these things that we just can just get, you know?
You just gotta be poor, man. You just gotta be poor. You like the little things.
Actually, no lie though. Like I feel like oftentimes you find the happiest people are people who have little.
Yes.
Like people who live in, for example, tribes or hunter-gatherers or stuff. They have nothing, but if you see them in documentaries and stuff, they all look so happy.
Yeah, I think they're just a lot happy that they're alive and they have food.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. Food, they're alive, they're not sick. It's I think even
Nothing
our
else to complain about.
even our parents are like that. They enough where they can survive. I think it's because we live in Vancouver. There's too many options, and we have like it's a first world country. We have so many options. It's very comfortable here. You want food, go to a grocery store. But I'm like, oh, is this chicken really fresh? Like, oh, is this organic? Is it organic? Is this vegan? Is this gluten? Unless it kills you, I get it. But most of the time, it doesn't kill people.
I think that's what I'm trying to do is to not have less, but enjoy the little things that happen.
Yeah, it's be grateful.
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
it is. It's all the
Like,
tiny things.
You know, honestly, sometimes like your family might like make terrible food, but they took the time to make it for you. Like honestly, you're probably not gonna enjoy it. But you know, without even eating, you should have that moment where you appreciate it that they tried.
Not when you're young, though.
No, where we had this conversation. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
You're just like I'm gonna trash this so fast. Hopefully nobody even sees it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Funny story though. My grandma I told her that I love mac and cheese. The Kraft Dinner ones, right?
KD, yes.
KD, yo.
Blue box.
Okay, here's the difference thing. White people make amazing Kraft Dinner. All right. Asian people can't make that stuff.
Oh, they don't know how to, man.
Yo, they don't know how. So I told my grandma because one of my best friends, he's white. So whenever we go to his house on his mom will always make us Kraft Dinner, and it was the best thing ever. I don't know what they put in there. But I told my grandma, I'm like, oh, can we get Kraft Dinner? And she's like, okay, fine, we'll get it one time. It tastes like soap, dude. How can you make Kraft Dinner taste like soap? That's impossible. And I ate them like, this is not the same.
It's because she washed the noodles.
Oh.
She's probably washing the
With
noodles.
soap?
I don't know.
I don't even know. And then I asked my grandma, like, what did you do? She's like, I follow instructions. I'm like, you can't even read English. She's Chinese. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't even know how she made it. It was so nasty. It ruined Kraft Dinner, and that's it, at a young age. Just like, damn, white people really know how to make Kraft Dinner. Asian people don't know how to make
Kraft
Kraft.
Dinner's not even that good.
Oh,
I
dude,
disagree.
it's freaking
Yeah.
good, man. Fake cheese.
I don't like it.
So
But I think white people put butter in it too, like real butter.
yeah.
Mixed
Oh,
with the
that might
Kraft
make a
Dinner.
difference.
That might be making a difference.
Oh,
But like
damn,
drink
dude.
Kraft, because I
Hit it with
don't
butter
like
at the
it.
end.
You don't like the fake cheese?
I like, you know, like, oh, God,
I'm very grateful for fake cheese. It gives me happiness.
happiness comes from fake
go.
cheese.
I like the bougie like mac and cheese that you can get in restaurants and
Yo,
stuff.
this guy's spoiled, man. What
You ever
the
been to
hell?
like burgoo and like, you know, like a mac and cheese there?
I don't
Like
know
on
if I
a
had-
skillet? You need yours on a
It doesn't
skillet?
have to be on a skillet, but like
but it helps.
it helps that it's real cheese.
Damn, that's real
Like
bougie.
astronaut fucking powdered cheese.
This guy is spoiled. He's talking about how being grateful, and then he talks about this.
But it's true though. I mean, like
Dom eats good food all the time though. That's why. Like,
I'm chunky. No, but the thing is, I don't like things that taste too artificial sometimes. You know what I mean?
You're not. If you're poor, you don't care.
No, I choose instant noodles over mac and cheese any fucking
Okay,
day.
there we go.
If we're
Bring
gonna
it back.
talk poor people food, I think I like poor Asian people food over poor white people food.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
That's
like
true.
fucking like, dude, white people food's mac and cheese. It's like, dude, just buy a slice of cheese and some macaroni, throw that shit together.
Not the same. The noodles cook differently. They're all. I mean, the KD macaroni is proprietary. You know, it's such an iconic shape.
Yes, it is.
And that adds to the experience.
Do you
It
put
adds to
ketchup?
nostalgia.
Do you put ketchup in there?
What the
No.
fuck?
ketchup and KD.
No, what the
Yo, I learned this from the white people. I swear. No, I swear. I promise you. Okay, you.
off.
No.
Ketchup in your mouth.
You didn't hang around with white people, man.
He
Katie-
hangs out with white people. All
No,
the time
not
to this
enough.
day.
Not enough.
Have you met his friends? They're all white.
No.
Shout out to Timmy.
Timmy. Hey, question. Timmy, do you put ketchup in your KD? You gotta spill the secrets.
He
You
definitely
gotta,
does not. I'm gonna get him to comment on here.
Okay.
But Tim does not. put
Tim
ketchup
eats
on.
proper food.
which is ketchup on KD.
No, it's not.
I swear, all the white people I hang out with, they have KD and they put ketchup, and that's when I started doing it. And I'm like, oh, this is what white people eat. I'm gonna learn to enjoy this.
All right, you do you. If putting ketchup on mac and cheese makes you happy, then that's fine.
I don't know if it makes me happy. It's
that's
just
your
more of
ver-
acceptance at that point.
That's your version of happiness. My version of happiness is no ketchup on mac and cheese.
Oh, you know what? Okay, what's your, like when you're kind of feeling like kind of meh, what is like the food that makes you happy? What is
Pizza Hut.
Really?
Oh,
That's
dude,
just
I
it?
was gonna say
Church's
pizza,
chicken.
man.
Yeah, pizza.
Oh, is it Church's chicken?
Chicken. Number one.
Really? But
Always with Tums. I need Tums.
Oh, you have
that shit will fuck me up.
you have acid reflux?
Yeah. That will wake me up at like 4 a.m.
Yo.
and I'd be like choking.
You're like an old man.
Yeah.
oh my god, is it the
But
oil?
fried chicken. From
Oh,
Church's.
dude, I love like eating instant noodles, dude.
It's
It's
Yes.
such a
It's
You
good.
eat like 3 packs at once.
no.
Yo,
Man, but
One and a
pizza
half
though,
or two.
pizza is just so satisfying. It hits the
It's too
spot.
much. You know what I mean?
But
like
it's never too much.
no, but like instant noodles, it's that thing's made for you. You like make the instant noodles, you add an egg or you add
What do you mean?
salmon shit.
You get a large pizza and it's for yourself.
No, that shit is mass produced for everybody. That ain't special.
No,
you make your own food and
You
it's
customize your pizza.
oh, I'm gonna put an extra pepperoni.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yo, this one time, it was, I think Domino's had like some discount. I put so much toppings on top of it. The thing when you lift it up, the whole thing slide all the way down.
It weighed more than a
Yeah,
pizza
it weighed
itself.
more than a pizza itself. And then my cousin was like, this is the nastiest thing I ever ate.
Dude,
I'm
that
like,
sounds amazing.
it sounds amazing.
That sounds really
It's like the deal, dude.
You know when you do try something new and it actually works out and it's so good? Like, I forgot which place it had it. When they started putting cheese inside the crust.
bro.
Oh.
Bro.
Let's be real. Crust most of the time sucks ass. It's
Except for
like-
Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut.
They've been doing okay. But like a lot of the crusts are just super hard or it's like
Yeah,
so
dry.
much
Yeah,
dough. Or like unless you have like some ranch or something to dip it in,
Yeah.
not that good. Right? But like when you put cheese in it, it's just you don't even have to buy cheese sticks anymore. Right? You have the cheese sticks in there.
Yeah, but Pizza Hut's crust though, the oil,
so good.
it's like
So
deep
good.
fried bread. How
It is deep fried. Yeah.
it is, it's so amazing.
so greasy and
That's the best
delicious
part.
and
That's the best
soft.
part.
Oh,
They have a very good like crispiness on the bottom
Yeah.
of the pizza, which is really nice. Which we recently went to a pizza place and didn't have, and we're kind of like, it's too soft without it. It just needs that crispiness on
Yeah,
the bottom,
yeah,
holds it all together. I think that's also one of the things. Like if you learn to enjoy food, it's like it does make you happy.
I
when
think
you have the right thing.
everyone enjoys food and it gives them happiness. No matter what, everyone eats. All right, that's just.
I don't know if everyone enjoys food. There's some people that like, I eat for for
survival or
yeah,
whatever.
That's it. Those people don't enjoy food.
Those people are crazy, man. Because everybody, even including animals, eat food for
Yeah.
like they're driven to eat food.
Yeah.
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 I'm not very picky with food though. Like as much as I say like I don't enjoy
Mac
it,
and cheese.
I still eat it though. And that's the thing. I'll still eat
Okay,
it.
okay. You know what's good, but
Yeah.
then you know how to be grateful.
Yeah. I'll still eat mac and cheese. Like for example, I went to someone's house and it's like a bunch of white people. They just made mac and cheese for dinner. I won't be like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? Where's
Okay.
the real cheese? White people, you making money? What is this? No, I'll be like, cool, thanks, miss, whatever, and like thanks for the
Okay.
food. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Like, but it's just that like if I were to choose mac and cheese and like I'm gonna spend the calories on it, it'll probably be like a real mac and cheese with actual cheese.
Okay, next time I'll buy a craft dinner and I'll make it and we're gonna do a podcast while
We could do that, yeah. Or we could just like
No ketchup on mine, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, no ketchup on that shit.
I'll pass.
I put hot sauce on it sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's good. Chili flakes.
But we're very grateful. That makes
Yeah.
us happy. Food
Yeah.
just makes us
That's
happy.
true. That's true.
Bringing it back. But I think the biggest thing what you said is passion. I think
Yeah.
Well, passion.
passion is what gives us drive and what grounds us. Without it, you'll be lost. I'll be honest. I might get a lot of flack for this, but I feel that people who go to religion tends to be very lost. That's why a lot of them ends up going to religion to seek some kind of
Okay.
some kind of direction. Because that's why a lot of people who go to church, they were like, oh, the church saved me.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, stuff like that, right? Which hey, I can say that because I used to go to church. But a lot of them do say this, but then there's the most judgmental people ever. Like it defeats the whole freaking purpose.
I think that's part of just human nature sometimes, where like once you become part of the club, it's with the inside people.
Yeah, and they judge you, but
Not everyone. Not everyone.
not everyone, but there's always like cliques, I guess.
Yeah, and I think yeah.
Cliques.
But the thing is, like, I get it. Like when you join a religion, they tell you what to believe. They should tell you when to show up, what you can do, what you can't do. They kind of put your life together for you.
Yes, it gives you a direction, and some
structure.
Yeah.
people
And
need structure.
some people
Yes,
need structure.
exactly.
I've realized that some people like really like, oh, when you have a schedule, like I think you and I operate very well going like, oh, like I need to do this, and this at this time. And then this is my free time. You know, like we kind of operate in a way where everything's scheduled.
Yeah.
And some people like just go, wee, tomorrow's a new day and I'll do whatever and fuck those people.
Spontaneous.
No, I can't do that.
Spontaneous.
It drives me crazy.
But girls love when guys are spontaneous. This will be another podcast, by the way.
Girls love it when you've planned that thing for like 4 weeks for them and spontaneously tells them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
You know, like, oh, but I like this guy that's really thoughtful. I want him to just take me places, but plan it out for us in a month. You know, because like the places they want to go, you got to plan that shit. You just can't just show up most of the time, right?
Sounds like you're venting.
Oh yeah, dude. I told you most of the time it's anger. It's anger and just neutral.
But I find like religion gives people purpose though. Going back to
It does.
that, like,
It does.
It gives them a reason.
I've never I've never been able to figure out if that's a good thing. If the sense of purpose comes from something. I mean, people say that's internal, but I also think that you picked it up from something that's out.
I think it's very important if you're lost is definitely a stepping stone in my opinion.
Yes.
But if you just rely on that one thing, imagine that one thing just suddenly crumbles or breaks or you suddenly don't believe in it.
Yeah.
You're going to be lost again. So I think it's very important for people to explore more options and keep an open mind. Because I know when people go to religion, you're taught a certain way and you're only supposed to think a certain way. And if you don't think that certain way, it's a sin, right? It's like Christian tends to do that. But I think that's very close-minded. I think it's very important to keep an open mind and try a bunch of new things.
I don't know if we could post this or bashing religion so hard.
I'm
I
not
think-
bashing religion.
No.
Okay, look.
Okay, I think it's a good foundation.
It's a very good
people
foundation.
that might lack lack the direction to
Yes.
or structure. I think it's a great foundation.
They teach good values.
They do. I think the thing is, don't make one thing your entire characteristic.
Yes.
You know, like I think those people,
Unless you're a
always-
nun.
No, no, like you can be both a nun, a student, a strong, independent woman, or you can be all these things at once, as opposed to just a nun. So one of the things that we are all going to deal with one day is that, for example, if you highly like thought of yourself as your occupation, the men that like or women that retire from their position, they're no longer that thing. I'm no longer a doctor. I'm no longer a pilot. What am I now? Right? Because now they've lost that purpose that they've had for the last 30 years. Right? Don't make one thing the entirety of your life, maybe other than your partner. But like, like your occupation, your hobbies, you might lose them. Like when he hurt himself, he could no longer do the things that he loved to do, but I love doing fitness stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the fitness guy. It's going to hurt me when I can't do it.
We have something else to fall back on. Actually, I think that's really true. One of my coworkers, her dad is a police officer, retired, but he still does like some sort of volunteering policing as well. And now that's like his only purpose because it's all he's known for like 30 plus years, right? Yeah. And so when he retired, he was still like stuck up, right? Kind of like that sort of
He
mentality.
still has that rigid.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you really nailed it.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that just shows the importance of really just trying a lot of things, and
Yeah.
maybe hopefully you'll find something that you can.
You gotta spread out your hobbies or like
Yeah. Try new
find
things.
multiple purposes.
Without spreading yourself too thin too, because that's also a thing.
It's a balance.
Yeah, because like if you are also too much of a chameleon, where you're like too many things at once, it's hard to find your true
Jack of all
self.
trades.
Yeah, you know, like it's hard to figure out what you are when you, no matter what environment you're in, you're always kind of like a different thing.
But there are people like that who enjoy it.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
like to
that's
know a
true.
little bit of everything.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
I actually get a lot of joy from learning new things. I think something I find really addictive is seeing myself get better at a certain thing slowly, and I'm like, wow, this feels great.
Yeah.
But typically when I hit a plateau, then I start getting a little bored of the.
Oh, I see.
That happens to me a lot, so I usually don't see through a lot of things.
Yeah, but jujitsu, it's like you're constantly learning. Like
Yeah,
martial arts,
yeah.
like you really don't stop because there's always improvement, right? So
There's always a mountain higher, as they say.
yeah,
But yeah, honestly, like what makes you guys happy? Like, what do you guys like to do, or what kind of like theories do you have on what happy people are? We'd like to know.
Yeah.
passion.
Oh,
Passion, more
But yeah,
passion.
let us know in the comments what makes you happy, and we really hope you enjoyed this episode. Please give us a like, a heart, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell on whatever
please.
platform you're on. You can check out our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Everything's on the link tree, and yeah, we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you. Bye.